Alrighty, welcome back, folks. It's been a while since we last talked. Normally today, Wednesday, is a run workout on the track, but had some snow last night through the morning. I had the workout planned, the whole week planned, right? And then as I see the forecast, like in your mind, you start being like, all right, well, let's adjust. Let's change the format of the week here. Let's change Thursday into Wednesday. So bring the active recovery day to today, because probably not gonna be able to do the track workout. And then you wake up in the morning, by the time you start running, no snow. But as I said, the psychology is kind of amazing, because in my mind, it is windy, but in my mind, I had already kind of decided, okay, today's a recovery day. And then you look outside and you're like, I probably could have done the workout. But it's so hard once you decide, right? Alrighty, everyone, day one. Today we got, as I mentioned in the video before, some interval work. It's not the nicest weather. We actually had hail here in the warm-up. But anyways, today we got 6 times 800, looking to be around 220, so 255, kind of 5K pace. Hopefully somewhere a little bit quicker. It's on 400 jog recovery. And then afterwards, we got about an hour and 45-minute endurance ride, and we'll catch in, see how we're going out. You don't have to press, but you gotta just make sure you're in front of me, yeah. Right? Or else we're gonna die. Okay. Right? Oh. Oh my God. The wind there is atrocious. Alright, everyone, that's the first workout of the block, mini block here down. Probably the hardest wind I've ever run in, like legitimately the hardest wind I've ever run in. It took every ounce of muscle to actually move on half the track here. Actually, I felt it coming this way too. Like I felt the tailwind on one stretch. So it was absolutely brutal. We hit pace, not quite as fast as I wanted. Like I wanted 216s. It was about probably 219 on the dot average. So it's, I mean, like we hit paces, so we gotta be somewhat happy with that. The thing was, it was actually reverberating. Like look at the graphs right now. Like it was absolutely insane. Be happy happy, I guess, that we hit the paces. On to the next one. All right, welcome back, everyone. This is day 2. Today we got that longer, steady run on tap. Bit of a hilly route, and unfortunately the wind hasn't died down very much from yesterday. About 24K run with 13 to 14K. Been around 330 to 340 just by feel. Keeping it kind of just steady, not tempo, not easy, just somewhere in between there. I want to get back to doing more of the long, steady stuff. That's what I used to do a lot of. So I started this run at about 20K with about 8.5K steady, and then 3 weeks ago or so, 4 weeks ago, at the end of the last block, it was significantly easier feeling with 7 miles steady, and then this time it'll be about 8 miles steady, and hopefully it feels even easier. So we'll catch back in once we get started. Just steady, okay? Make a left. It's perfect pace.
I'm ballin'. That's why these bitches keep calling. Low-key, I'm sponsored by Ballin, so pass me the rock, bitch, you know that I'm scoring. My team winning, yeah, that's important. I glow the bitch, yeah, I'm important. My shipment imported from Portland. I split with my team, I'm dividing the fortune like I said when I'm ballin', low. All squad kept to the top and calling out for more. I said when I'm ballin', low. I'm ballin'. Versace Linda keep on calling. I try to keep it on the lowest shit, but flex on niggas cause they hella boring. Out in Europe, bitch, I'm hella torn. Get the cash, finesse them like a tour. Run the game, little bitch, they call me for it. On the low, I'm ballin', but I'm scoring. I run up with my gang in this bitch and we head for the top from the flow. Yeah, I grind for my shit, love the hustle, so I never give up, so I keep ballin' on the low. Told me that I would never make it, I knew I would make it, now I'm the one with the last laugh. Whole team on top with me winning, you look at my vision, you notice that I'm about to last. I ball like a Shaq, bitch. I said when I'm ballin' low. All squad kept to the top and calling out for more. I said when I'm ballin'.
Alright everyone, that's the run done. Pretty successful, pretty good headwind on the way back. And hamstring was pretty good for the most part. Pulled pretty hard last K or so, but finished pretty well. Aerobically felt real good, pretty comfortable. And this route's actually very hilly. Coming off a track workout, I think, you know, it's important to incorporate some hills. Challenge the other day was probably the heat. It's like 17 or 18, it doesn't seem hot, but when yesterday it was -6, it feels very hot. Anyways, we'll catch in a little bit later in the day for a Zwift race. Good. Everyone's on the same page today. Covering moves today. Come on, guys. Not again. I barely touched it. Oi. Let's see what that looks like. That's not bad. Okay, that's a nice looking little workout. Alright everyone, Saturday morning or lunchtime I guess. Zwift race like I said last night. It was fine. It wasn't really much of a race. So it ended up being pretty easy. Did have some quality in it for sure, like a little tempo effort up the epic, a little bit above threshold up the radio tower, then some over-unders on the volcano, some sprints on the descent. So it did have a little bit of quality, but not very stressful at all. But nonetheless, it was a good training day. Like that was ended up being just under a 2-hour ride with the morning and then the track workout the day before. Legs were definitely pretty tired last night, but we're right back on it this morning. So like I said, 4-hour ride on tap. It's gonna be a lot of endurance stuff. So a couple minutes I'm gonna get started. I'm just gonna do an hour and 20 minutes, just doing 3 minutes, kind of mid to low zone 2. It's like 230 watt range, and then 1 minute low zone 3, about 270 to 280, and we'll just alternate that pattern 20 times for an hour and 20, and then I'll get into some probably like 3 times 12 minute. Day 4, final workout. Today we got some tempo intervals, cruise intervals. So 5 times a mile on 60-second recovery. We're doing it on trail. We got another windy day. It's every day. Anyways, should be around 315 to 320 in that range. Nice and steady, that's all. Beautiful work. We're going to be going left at the fork. Alright everyone, workout done. I think my heart rate was like 170 this whole time. Like, I felt like I could have ran all day at that. And the hamstring was actually manageable today, which the last time we did this workout in the fall, the hamstring was absolutely brutal. So this was a big success for the hamstring because I actually managed it really well. So overall, really good workout, successful workout, and we'll chat inside about how things went. Alrighty, we're back. So I figured this would be a good way to end the video because we started the video when I showed you the first half of this week. Now I can show you the completed half. Overall, couldn't have asked for any more. I could have asked for some better weather on those workouts, especially the 800s there. It was awful. So I mean, the fact that I was able to hit pace and actually be like a second under what the overall goal pace was it took a lot of work, because like I said in the video, really it was quite tiring. It was pretty exhausting actually. And then as you saw, the long run the next day, very good. I was happy with how the hamstring was for that, and actually just with those long runs, it's been really interesting seeing the progression of them. Because it started off, like I mentioned in the video, with just like an 8.5K section, and then an 11.4K section, and then this last one with 14K. And since the beginning of that progression, it's just got easier and easier and easier, like the perceived exertion at the same pace. And that's really the whole point of it. It's not hitting a certain number or anything like that. Like, we're not even close to half marathon. We're closer to marathon pace, if anything. It's more just hitting, like trying to make that pace feel as easy as possible. And it really did feel quite easy, especially coming off the 800s the day before. Long ride, very good. The next day, we had, as you could see, the Zwift race in the evening. I did that, I mentioned in the video, that 20-minute bike after the long run, which was after core, just because I don't want that run workout to be kind of the last thing in my legs before the Zwift race. And so I've been doing that the last few weeks. But yeah, the long ride, very good. At the beginning, all the way back at the beginning of this block, still was feeling quite long. This time, felt pretty normal, felt pretty easy. Got the nutrition, I think, dialed really well. And then the tempo workout was, I think, the best way that we possibly could have ended this block. Not because the paces were anything crazy or anything like that. It was, like I said, it was like 3:16 a kilometer, which is pretty typical for what I normally run on Echo Park. But it was more well, one, it felt really good. Like I talked about in the video, the heart rate was 168, and threshold's actually about 180 to 182. When I ran a 109 half a few years ago, 109.28, which is 3:16 a kilometer, heart rate for that was in the 180s. And so here we're like 14 beats or so lower at the exact same pace and on a trail, so it's probably actually quicker pace. So yeah, it was pretty good in that regard in terms of how it felt and everything. But what was really good about it was that the last time I did that workout, all the way back in the fall, it was abysmal. The hamstring was absolutely awful, and we basically just mailed it in for the last two. And then it was supposed to have those strides on the end, and in the fall the hamstring was so bad, and I was so pissed off with how bad it went, that I didn't even do those strides. This time, I mean, it's a perfect way to end the block by getting to do basically some starting sprints. It's just so much fun. It's something that we don't normally do, and I think it's a really good workout. You can get really big power in the end, and we were rolling pretty quickly on them. So it was a great way to end the block. 86K of running on the week, about 24 hours and 40 minutes of training. The whole block, I think it was 84 kilometers of running with some really good workouts in there, the 1200s. Then the K repeats and some really good bikes along the way. 4 wins and 4 Zwift races. I think the overall average was about 24.5 hours for this last block. And now we're going to be moving into the next one. So things are moving in the right direction, and in future videos I'll let you know what all of this is actually working towards. Got some plans. Everything's obviously tentative with as everything is over the last couple years. But I'll share with what I'm kind of
hoping and at least thinking that I'm working towards. Any case, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.